These are 4/4s. I guess he could technically. What could he do? He can't interact with the Sylvan Advocate with the colors he has, right? He could like. He could have exactly Jeskai Charm to put Sylvan Advocate on top of my deck, and then this combat goes poorly. But yeah, he's just conceding. Oh, changes. Do I want any changes? Advocate was pretty reasonable that game. Transgress was also fine, though. I think... Do I want to change anything on the draw? I feel like I want one more Advocate. What could I cut? I think it could be a Read the Bones or an Obnexilus. Like, I feel like we just need more things to interact with the board. Then again, this is worse on the draw because we just play turn 2 Advocate, he plays turn 3 Reflector Mage and hits us. So I'm just going to leave it. Just going to leave it how it is. To be fair, we've always been a Read the Bones clan here. I've never not been playing Read. Yeah, this ain't super reasonable. Needs a second black source, but other than that, it's great. Yeah, I think so too. I think after playing these, I wanted to try them out, but I think like the Dank Dwellers situation is just like not going to be relevant enough often enough. It's just Duress can often miss, and I don't feel like we can afford to have our cards miss in this matchup. Transgress gives us information of what to play around, and it rarely misses. And it also hits the best card against us, which is Collected Company. Alright, we had our second black source, so that's great. Kill this idiot. Get him out of here. Yamamoto. I mean, I was firmly on the Dig side of that discussion too. I think even in Modern, I think those two cards weren't Modern legal long enough for people to realize that Dig was the more busted of the two. You leave Bounding Crisis in? Or are you just fetching an unstep? Looks like you left Bounding Crisis in. Nope. Alright. I say I would probably board Bounding Crisis out in this matchup. Jace does die a lot, but like the times where Jace lives and he flashes back Collected Company or like loots away a land, they're just like that's really good. So we have Pulse and Cut here, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this Bloodstained Mire out and ship with yeah, definitely playing that out. And then ship with Advocate here, because we should be able to fight our way through whatever he plays. I guess that's not necessarily true. If he hits double Mantis Rider, we fetch and have to... Yeah, okay. I'll just pass the turn. We're not running into Collected Company. We don't have a good enough hand to be able to beat that, I don't think. Magic Online has been so unbearably, ungodly, awful slow since they introduced sealed leagues. It's like the duct tape that's holding the servers together is falling apart because people are actually playing this game. If you guys are enjoying the stream and have missed any of it or want to catch any of my past or old archives, there's a link to my YouTube channel below. You can find all of my archives sorted by deck list there and put into playlists. There's another Jace. His hand must just be like all interaction, right? You get a Void Grafter here to save his Jace. No, just untap and ruin his path. Void Grafter gets a 2-for-1 at least. I guess it's not that good because like the Sylvan Advocate can block Void Grafter just fine. I guarantee you they didn't add new servers when they added sealed leagues. It's probably just running on the same duct tape and band-aid that's been running on for forever. Yeah, so he's got Void Grafter here. Valorous Stance, sure. We get Smoldering Marsh and Murderous Cut Jace. So solid 2-for-2. We get to fire up Quaggy and hit him for 4 this turn. I guess maybe I want to leave up Murderous Cut. Yeah, I guess I'll leave up Murderous Cut instead of getting in the extra 2 points of damage for now, because the upside of being able to cut a thing that he plays on his turn and then untap and play a Chandra if we draw it is just huge. Thing in the Ice sounds great. Yeah, no, yeah, this Magic Online is entertaining for streaming, but this is not real playtesting. Like, we, to prepare for events, I, sit there and play a bunch of different games against a gauntlet with other people that are going to the event with that I think are reasonable players. Actually, you know what? I'm glad I have a stop at my beginning combat. I think we're going to activate Quagmire here since we can have Murderous cut up still. Yeah, let's do that. Try and get in for 8. Close the door on this game while he's dicking around over here. Hopefully, he just got like a handful of Disdainful Strokes and Dispels. Coco into Reflector Mage would be annoying here. He's going to attempt to trade with my thing. I think I'm just going to Murderous Cut this, yeah. That sounds like a plan. I don't want him to trade with my Hissing Quagmire because it turns my clock from 2 turns into... It takes my clock from 2 turns to 4. It is nice to entertain. And, like... So, like, Magic Online is good for what I like to say, getting a feel for a deck like this. Like, I've never played this Jund deck before, and I'm, like, getting a feel for, does it feel like it's mildly competitive and can kind of keep up with what other people are doing in the format? And it looks like it can do just that. Like, we're capable of winning matches. If we go 60% or more, this might be a deck that gets, like, added to my list of decks that I want to play against the Gauntlet when I actually sit down and start testing for Indy in next week. Or this weekend, likely, actually. I have this weekend home. It's so nuts. I have 2 weekends in a row at home. It's so good. So opponent had one of the Disdainful Strokes that I said was, I hoped was stuck in his hand. So we got that. So we have 6 lands in play right now. That's a Jace, so we're going to get to kick this Ruinous Path. That sounds great. Goblin Dank Dwellers. I don't think they have any counters in their deck that counter this spell. And unfortunately, we can't attack with it this turn because we only have 7 lands. We're so unlucky. But Advocate Ruinous Path is a combo. This is a 6/6 land with this if this resolves. Usually we do paper proxies and test that way. Oh, jeez, that's so good. It's a 6/6. If he drew collected company, ship. And like we could have tried to kill him here. I guess we couldn't. He has Wandering Fumarole up, but that's fine. With Dank Dwellers here and an 18 life and a Ruinous Path in the graveyard, we're probably in a good spot. He flooded out a little bit this game. Yep. Get greedy and make the Quagmire bigger. No, definitely want to diversify the threats there. I know that's right. Alright. Let's see if we can get the 4-1 in this league. People that have been watching will hear me say this and say it again. I'm not going to lie to you and pretend that I know what's going to be good. You know, probably that zombie guy that they spoiled is going to be great, but other than that, not really into like making predictions and trying to spec on things and all that jazz. Especially not before we have a full spoiler. Like maybe once you have a full spoiler, you can start making some educated predictions on like, okay, looking at these cards, looks like this is going to be good and this is going to be good. But without anything close to a full spoiler, we just really can't know. Always transform the swamp for flavor. Yeah, that sounds very good. The mana base in this deck has been super reasonable, which is great. So what do we want to do here? I think this is getting basic swamp and this. So I think we want to lead on the Smoldering Marsh because this is getting basic swamp, and this way if we need to roast something on 2 here we can do that still. Yeah, definitely. I think 4 Advocate might be too many. Alright, this matchup is probably the reason why we shouldn't play this deck. These colors do not have tools to beat Rally, which is a very real problem. We lost a close set to Mardu Green. Look, my anticipates can't possibly go any lower. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is they can't possibly go any lower. You don't need to dagger me anymore. Kalitas isn't very good in this matchup. Reflector Mage is a savage beating. Kalitas plus a lot of Transgress. Yeah, like that's what we have going for us. Cranial Archive. Ooh, K-Smith. I forgot that was a card. Huh. Yeah, okay. I'm adding that to the list of things. I'm starting a list of things I want to change before the next league. So we want Radiant Flames. We want Cranial Archives. That's very good. Alright, we've got a 2-2, I guess. Yep. Kalitas doesn't really beat Rally. Kalitas, like, stops them from comboing you until they find a Reflector Mage and kill you. Want more pulses? Yeah, I think I want to go 3-1 on the Pulse K command split. Yeah, I guess we're just shipping the turn back. I guess we hit Red Source next turn. Like maybe we can pull this out with a Chandra minus. Like,